I'm going to show you how to get really tight vocals using VocAlign Ultra. And by the end of this VocAlign tutorial, you'll know exactly how to get tight vocals in literally seconds. Hey, it's Andy from Studio Hustlers. 2 seconds real quick. Synchro Arts, the company that makes VocAlign, did reach out and they asked if I would talk about the plugin on the channel, just to be transparent there. I've already been using this plugin for like 8 years though. I've used it on literally every single song because it's awesome. If you record vocal doubles and harmonies and you're not using this plugin, you need to be. You're wasting a lot of time. This is gonna blow your mind here. Let's take a listen to the song real quick that we're working on. We're in Logic here and just to give you a little taste.
Me and you down in Bermuda, behind the dunes in the afternoon. Me and you down in Bermuda. Me and you down in Bermuda.
Quick little pop song. There's a bunch of vocal tracks here. I got a chorus, which sounds like this.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
All right, I got these 2 double tracks. They sound like this.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
All right, and then I got these 2 deeper doubles, which by themselves, they sound like this.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
That sounds crazy by itself, but that's gonna really thicken up the tone of my voice here. So you'll blend that in, you're not really gonna hear it. And then we have this thin vocal right here that sounds like this. Basically, it's gonna do the exact opposite of that thick vocal.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
All of these together make up this main vocal sound.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
All right, then we also have 2 harmonies.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
And then we got 2 more.
Me and you down in Bermuda.
All right, and we can mess with the volumes of those a little bit more, but right now it sounds like a choir is singing that. And that's not because of volume, really. That's because the timings are slightly off. Granted, I did track this pretty well as far as the timings and stuff go, but we can get it even tighter than that. And what that's going to do is make this sound like one really thick voice as opposed to a choir of a bunch of people. So what we want to do is time these up. If I were to do this by hand using a different plugin, it would probably take me a half hour to do everything that you're seeing on the screen right here. But with VocAlign, this is gonna do it in literally like 10 seconds, okay? I'm not even kidding. Let's go ahead and show you how to do it and just how quick this actually works. I got all my tracks selected here, so I'm gonna come over here and just add this VocAlign Ultra ARA, okay? So I add it to every single track. All right, so it's on every single one. All you got to do now is just click play so it brings it in here.
Me and you down in.
All right, that's really all you need. So now VocAlign knows that there's audio in here. The next thing I'm going to do now, we basically have to tell VocAlign, okay, what are we going to line everything up to? I'm going to go ahead and choose this main vocal. I want this to be the guide for everything. So under guide, just click capture. It's gonna make a little sound that does that on purpose, but now you can see that the audio is in here, okay? I do have a preset already set to this. You can pick one if you want to, or you can just change this later, but just to show you how to do it, you click vocal and go to double, because that's what I'm gonna mess with first. I'm just gonna click slightly loose timing and pitch. Got the main vocal in there as the guide. Now we need to put our doubled vocal, or the dub, okay? That's whatever track you're gonna be altering. So I'm gonna go ahead and click on the double track and hit capture. All right, it brought it in here, and then you can see in the output it already made changes. So that one's already done. All right, so in VocAlign Ultra, we do have some options for matching the timing and matching the pitch over here on the right side of the plug. For the double, I mean, I didn't even tune this double. I only tuned the main vocal here. So this is gonna save yourself time on editing the pitch of your vocals too, which is also awesome. So on the double here, I wanna go ahead and let's just make the timing as tight as it can go. And we'll hear what that sounds like in a second. Let's go ahead and match the pitch as tight as it can go too. You can pick what you want it to be the target of. I'm going to say nearest octave because I do have some, like these thick vocals are an octave lower, but again, we'll get there in a second. So I got the timing and the pitch for this first double. Let's go ahead and grab the second double. We got to bring it in here. So let's click capture. That one's in there now. This plugin remembered what I set it to, so that one's already done. The double's done. Now we grab the thick one, bring it in here. Okay, that one's done. Thick vocal, bring it in here. That one's done. Okay, let's go to the thin vocal. Done. Okay, now the harmony, we do have to pay attention on the pitch for the harmony because it is a different pitch than the main chorus. So what I actually want to do for this is I'm going to time the two harmonies up with each other. You could do the timings and then tune this later if you wanted to do it that way, but just to show you just how awesome this plugin is, I'm going to go ahead and just take this harmony. Second one. So now the harmonies are timed up with each other. Let's go down to the second harmony. It has to be the guide because it's a whole new melody. Second one. There you go. All right. Now when I play this together, this is gonna sound well. Let's do it with no VocAlign first, so you can hear what it sounds like. Without VocAlign, this is what it sounds like.
Behind the dunes in the afternoon, me and you down in Bermuda. Me and you down in Bermuda.
Sounds pretty good, but here's with VocAlign.
Behind the dunes in the afternoon, me and you down in Bermuda. Me and you down in Bermuda.
The harmonies weren't tuned before this, so there was a little bit of some harmony stuff that I would probably tune up by hand in a different plug before I got in here, but that sounded way better than it did before this. So unedited, this is what it sounds like with the whole band in it.
Behind the dunes in the afternoon, me and you down in Bermuda. Me and you down in Bermuda.
All right, now take a listen with VocAlign on it.
Behind the dunes in the afternoon, me and you down in Bermuda. Me and you down in Bermuda.
Done. That is insane. How big of a time saver that is. I cannot explain to you how many hours of my life I wasted editing vocal tracks by hand until I got this. But that's how you get super tight vocals using VocAlign. It's extremely affordable, it pays for itself. Literally, if you use it, like if you have paying clients, it pays for itself in like 2 hours. I'm not even kidding. It's a really affordable plugin. I do have a link for you in the description down below if you want to grab it, which I think you should. But seriously, editing vocals by hand would take me like half an hour, especially if I was tuning them. It would probably take way more than that. With VocAlign, it took like 2 seconds. You just saw how quickly I went through there and it took like no effort. It's sometimes a little bit confusing your first time using it, but all you got to remember is just put your main vocal track in here as the guide, and then, whatever you want to retime, that's the dub, and you just click capture and it does it for you. So it's a no-brainer. I can't recommend it enough. If you have any questions at all, leave them in the comments.